We've got a huge opportunity to do more. Back David Moyes, give him a new contract right now. West Ham are set to delay David Moyes' contract talks till the end of the season. And quite frankly, I hugely disagree with this. I'm going to go into why. But before we get into it, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you support West Ham. Watch my content on a regular basis. But haven't considered subscribing, hit the like button if you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. Now, let's talk David Moyes and West Ham setting to delay his contract till the end of the season. I think this is a huge gamble by West Ham. And also, guys, in the comment section down below, let me know your opinion of this, because this is a huge gamble. David Moyes, now coming to West Ham, he was in a position where West Ham had to dictate the terms. They were like, well, David Moyes, if you want to get back into football, we're going to pay you this amount a week. We're going to pay you £10,000 per week. He come in, they sacked him, right? They brought in Manuel Pellegrini. It didn't work out. They've brought him in to come and do another job, keep us up. He kept us up. It's his first full season as West Ham manager, and we are seeing similar patterns to what he did at Everton. He's building the building blocks at the moment. He's got the first couple of layers down at West Ham. The main core principles of a David Moyes' team and a tactic: work hard, defensive discipline and work rate. It does not matter how good you are on the ball. If you do not possess those key morals within your personality, within your sort of DNA as a person, then you're not going to play for a David Moyes' team. And West Ham possibly delaying, the contract talks till the end of the season could be a huge mistake, because his stock is rising. He's getting that reputation back in football. Yes, he's made some poor decisions. He went to Manchester United. We all know it was a poison chalice. He went to Real Sociedad. He probably shouldn't have gone to Spain, considering his stock was hurt after, getting sacked by Sunderland. He went to Sunderland. They got relegated. Again, another poison chalice in terms of he was trying to keep those boys up in the Premier League, and it didn't work out. And, as I said, West Ham were the ones that are dictators. Now David Moyes is in a position, what he's done at West Ham, he is the dictatorship. And the reason why I think it's a huge gamble, leaving it till the end of the season, and West Ham are using the reasons such as COVID as to why they're going to delay it to the end of the season. But it was okay for West Ham to give Antonio a new contract. And don't get me wrong, Antonio deserves a new contract. What he wanted to begin with was like 4 or 5 years. 2 or 3 years is suffice. But David Moyes, the main person, the main driving force behind his backroom staff of Stuart Pearce, of Alan Irvine, of Kevin Nolan, is the reason why on the pitch we're all pulling in together and pulling in the same direction. I think it's very risky, because other clubs, such as maybe your Newcastles, such as maybe your teams over in Scotland. And whilst, it's very easy to say, well, why would he want to go to Scotland? Right? Why would he want to leave West Ham right now? And I fully believe that David Moyes, he wants to stay at West Ham. He really does want to stay at West Ham. I feel like he's sort of buying into what the club means for us fans, and he sort of knows behind the scenes in terms of what needs to be improved if we are going to continue moving forward as a club. But just allowing other clubs, he's got less than 6 months on his contract, allowing other clubs being in with a shout of probably getting into his agent ear and be like, is David happy at West Ham? Well, maybe if we persuade him with more money, with a more stability, give him a longer contract. And I just do not understand why West Ham can't get this contract sorted out right now, because he's on 10 grand a week. If David Moyes goes to the board and goes, I want 50, and he wants over quadruple the amount of wages that he come in at West Ham, could you argue that? Could you realistically argue and be against David Moyes wanting that amount of money? I would say no. At the moment, David Moyes is, the dictator in these negotiations, and West Ham just delaying it till the end of the season. And whilst David Moyes might be happy delaying it, I just not comfortable with the possibility of another club potentially getting in his ear, potentially trying to persuade him and just, distract him in terms of off the pitch stuff. Because what we've got right now is absolutely fantastic. And West Ham, we're in a privileged position as a football club. We are sitting, in January. We've just beat Doncaster 4-0, and everything is going very well on the pitch. The players are pulling together, they're working hard, we're getting results, we're keeping clean sheets. Academy players are coming off the bench and scoring on their debut, and everything on the pitch right now is pulling in one direction. But off the pitch, the board, transfers, recruitment, training ground issues, are just a completely different world. And West Ham right now need to back David Moyes. They need to back him because, as I said, we're in a privileged position that we don't have to think about relegation. And the owners are only really known for spending money when they have to, not when they want to. They spent money. Yes, they spent money in the January transfer window last year. And David Moyes has alluded a couple of times, well, it's a tough market to buy in. But essentially, the two players that we bought in January kept us up last season. Bowen and Thomas Souček. They kept us up. There are deals to be had if your scouting system is up there. I know West Ham's scouting system isn't, so we have to manoeuvre through our agents, which is an absolutely baffling way of doing your transfer negotiations. But we're in a privileged position that we don't have to think about relegation, that we can back David Moyes, and the owners should want to back him because whilst he has got some transfers wrong, Jordan Hugo, right, what happened regarding agents being friends and whatnot, but generally the signings, Thomas Souček, Jarrod Bowen, Soufal, and his argument, well, was it actually David Moyes' signing? I don't care if it was David Moyes' signings. What he has done in terms of buying, getting those players to buy his philosophy. You work hard for me and you're decent technically, I'll play you in the team. They've been fantastic and they've, turned misfortunes of this West Ham team around. We need to spend the money. We've got the money. I don't want us to see West Ham delaying, the money up until the summer or saying we're only going to sign loan players. If the latest rumours are true that David Moyes wants En-Nesyri, right? And if there's rumours, because there's rumours that he doesn't want to join, he does want to join. He just scored a hat-trick last night at Seville, so his stock is only ever going to be increasing. If David Moyes' number one target is him, we should go and sign him. If his number one target is Odsonne Edouard from Celtic, we should go and sign him. Because one of those signings, and we need a striker, whilst I was sort of on the fence that we should go and sign Josh King, I was on the fence that we need to back him. We need to back David Moyes. If his number one striker is a £25 million striker, we need another striker that can come in and compete with Antonio. And just a little side note, I think that David Moyes' tactic may sort of alter in the future. We see the 4-2-3-1. I think if we sign another striker, well, I don't want to see Antonio pushed out on the wing. Antonio now is a converted striker. I think there's an opportunity that we could possibly go 4-4-2 because we've got the midfield. And in regards to a 4-4-2, to make it work, firstly, you've got to have a stable back four, a disciplined back four, which is what we found with Soufal, Cresswell, Ogbonna and Dawson. And then after that, it's the two centre midfielders. They are the most important part of the puzzle when it comes to forming a successful 4-4-2. And Souček and Declan Rice, absolutely fantastic. And in terms of, the two strikers, if we're going to spend 25 million on a striker, either in the summer or in January, I'll be very surprised if Moyes, sticks with the same system and then puts Antonio out wide. I'll fully expect him maybe, going to a formation that will complement both of them because we need a striker that's going to come in, right, and, compete with Antonio, keep him on his toes. And whilst everyone is being kept on their toes, it drives competition, it drives motivation, it wants them to do well on the pitch because if they don't perform, then they've got someone up their backside who's willing to come in and make an immediate impact. And, if we go and sign someone, we could finish in the top 7. We could finish in the top 8, possibly even the top 6. If we beat Crystal Palace on Tuesday, we go 4th. Yes, we would have played a couple of games more than a couple of teams around us, but that still doesn't deny the fact that West Ham, 20 games in, if we beat Crystal Palace, we will be 4th in the Premier League. We've got Liverpool, Manchester United in the FA Cup. Bring them on. Bring them on, I say. I've seen Liverpool. I've seen the injuries. I've seen Jurgen Klopp, how animated and how sort of disappointed and how sad he is at the moment. Right, things are not going well, and this is one of the first major times since Liverpool have done well under Klopp that it's tough. It's tough for them getting results. Something isn't clicking at the moment at Liverpool, and he doesn't do well in the FA Cup. He hasn't gone past the 4th or the 5th round. And if we get Liverpool, I can see us attacking them and beating them with our strongest team. If we play Manchester United, it's the first real opportunity since Sir Alex Ferguson has left that football club where they've been an opportunity to win the Premier League. West Ham, if we get Manchester United at the Old Trafford, they might rotate their team because they've got one eye on the Premier League. We've got a huge opportunity to do more. Back David Moyes, give him a new contract right now. Stop the opportunity whilst the risk is slim. no, it's not, the risk is slim, but whilst it's slim that David Moyes will leave West Ham to join another club, just allowing the opportunity for other clubs to maybe get in David Moyes' agent's ear to be like, would you be interested in this club? Would you be interested here? We'll give you more money. We'll give you more stability. We'll give you guaranteed transfer budget every summer and every January that you can work with. Don't let clubs have the opportunities. He's building something here at West Ham. We're seeing it with results. Yes, performances ain't always eye-catchy, but performances, I think, are not too bad. They're decent. We saw yesterday, despite it being Doncaster, it was a very good performance as well as a very good result. West Ham back him. I want him to sign a new contract ASAP. If we can give a new contract to Antonio, we can certainly give a new contract to David Moyes. Get it done ASAP. He's the driving force behind our turning ship that is heading in one direction, you know, and that is positivity right now. Get it done, West Ham. Catch you in the next video. Make sure you watch more. See you later.